Alright, what up YouTube? So it's been a hot minute since I've been on here. As you can tell, all of my facial hair is growing out. But getting back on the Durango a little bit, we've been fighting with a overheating issue. We ended up getting that figured out. Come to find out it was a bad thermostat. So put a new thermostat in there after I replaced the water pump and temp sensor and radiator and all kinds of other stuff. Just was not having any luck at all with getting this thing done the way it should have been. Anyway, ended up putting a new thermostat in there, bled the system out. It is a pain in the ass to bleed the system out on a Dodge Durango. Just to forewarn you, if you do this on a 5.7, I may post the videos that I tried to do with replacing the water pump again, the radiator and all that stuff. I probably will post them just because it's got some stuff in there that, you know, shows what to do and everything like that. And I try to break it down as best as I can and as simple as I can so everybody understands. But with that said, we took a break for a while. Didn't really order anything for the Durango. We just kind of been enjoying it, just because it's been running like it's supposed to. As well as newborn, he's kept us on our toes. It's been a whole thing. So another thing with the Durangos is the doors. They don't like to stay open. They've got a catch on the inside. Right here goes bad. And when that goes bad, the door doesn't hold tension. So open the door closes right back on you. And that has to do with that one latch, or that one hinge, I'm sorry. You don't have to replace the upper hinge, it's only the lower hinge. I've already done the driver's side after we first got it, just because I wanted to see if that was going to fix it. And then we took a little while, and I'm just tired of holding the door open. I'd rather the door hold itself open. So we finally got the hinge in, and we're getting ready to replace it. So it's very simple. It's one bolt here, all 13 millimeters. Then you've got a stud with a nut and a stud with a nut. I've already broke these free, and I've already got them set and everything. So I did that, but when we ordered the new hinge, it came with paint. So I went through and we painted it black. It doesn't have to be color coded or anything, because it's one of those things. It's hidden. It's out of the way. You're not going to see it. I don't like the runs, so I do have one little run in it, but it's going to be mated against the body, so it's not going to be visible. And my wife even said you're not going to see it, but nonetheless, I like for things to be as close to perfect as possible, just because I want her to have really nice things. So we're going to get into replacing it. So I'm going to go through. I've already broke these two loose, and I put these two back on because honestly I forgot about making a video. But yeah, nonetheless, I was like, well, we can just go ahead and make us a new video. So like I said, it's four 13 millimeter nuts, nuts and bolts, two on each side, two nuts, two bolts. Get those taken out, and then once those come out, we'll go grab the new bracket, and we'll get the new bracket put on. Something else you will have to do, because the door is going to sag if you put, like I use the jack with a little towel on it, just because we don't have the rubber pad for it anymore. But if you take and you just put your jack on it and get it to where it barely picks up the door, you don't need much tension on it at all. You'd want it to literally just barely bump it and hold it up. And that way it makes it easier when you go through to actually put it on, or put the new hinge on. You'll be thankful in the long run, I promise. Yeah, it'd be nice if we had these tools that actually went in there and did it electrically instead of mechanically or by hand. That would be great. Because I tell you, it sucks. So, like I said, just gonna get in here. And of course I've got the ratchet that's like just way too long for all this. So as you can see, it's separated. It's got a lot of play in it. That's good. You want it to have that little bit of play. That's why I said just get it to where it bumps it. So when it bumps it, you know that you're keeping the tension off of it, and that'll allow you to take it all the way off. The only other thing I'll have to do is I'll pick up on the back of the door and I'll get my wife to slide the hinge off, and then once we slide the hinge off, then I'll grab the new one, I'll open it up, and I'll get it done. But we'll get back with you here in a minute when we get this off and we'll finish. Alright, so I didn't go through and show y'all me switching it out because it was a little wet and I might have messed up a little bit and made some marks. Oh, look at that flake in there. That's a bunch of flake. I like that. But we got it on. It's not the prettiest. I would suggest painting it. Oh, there's a piece of hair. Paint it and let it sit. And don't rush it. Let it actually dry. But I'm kind of on a time crunch in a way because I want to go get something to eat because I'm fat. So, trying to get this done. We could take the Camry to go eat, but you know, why take a boring car when I can take something that likes to go fast and make lots of noise? So, we're gonna get this tightened down. Once it's tightened down, I mean, we'll be good to go. Like I said, all it is those 413s. This literally takes no more than 20 minutes doing it yourself in the driveway. You spend more time undoing the bolts than you do actually anything else. And that's assuming that you got a jack. If you got a jack, sorry, I had to wipe some sweat. If you got a jack, it'll definitely make it the easiest in the world because it won't allow the door to sag. I kind of lied. I said I was gonna have my wife hold the door or pull the bracket out, and I just kind of lifted the door with one arm and ended up doing it myself. So didn't really need any help from her, but if I needed it, I mean, she'd help me. I ain't too worried about that. It's kind of hard to video and do this one hand. Yeah, that's one thing my wife could do. She'd come hold the phone and catch this so I can finish tightening this down instead of continuously sitting here while I'm continuously talking about it. She's talking about she's getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, but she could literally come sit inside the Durango.
You're carrying me away.
I swear, I'm trying to get a video for y'all. And she's making it to where...
You're in the way of me getting in here.
Oh, here we go. See guys, this is what I gotta deal with.
Oh my God, you're in my way.
So the only other thing that's going to suck is having to line it back up. So I wouldn't tighten it all the way down. If you just snug it up, it'll hold. And then you can adjust your door to where it closes properly again. You gotta remember, not all parts are made the exact same, so they'll be very close, very similar. But if you're not taking a part off and putting it right back on, you can't expect the new part to line up exactly the same. There are going to be some deficiencies with each part. So keep that in mind. Now I'm tightening this side over here down, the nuts, because there's really no adjustments in those. What I'm going to be making my adjustments on is the bolts that are going into the side. So realistically, as long as I snug it up on this side, it'll hold where it needs to, and then I can make my adjustment in or out and go from there. So now, let's see what we need to do. That opens really good. I like that. So I feel like everything's sitting where it's supposed to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lock this down. And we're going to call it a day. And that's it. So, for anybody that's trying to do this, jeez, I swear, no, it's bad.
Yeah.
And then that's what I get. Anyway, so, like I said, short, sweet, and simple. I mean, we're 14 minutes into this video, and honestly, with me going and pulling the bolts out, going and grabbing the bracket, putting a little bit of paint on it, opening it up, so when the bracket comes, or when that hinge comes to you, I'm sorry, I keep calling it a bracket. When that hinge comes to you, it comes in a closed position. You need to open it. And the best way I found to open it is to take, not necessarily a little screwdriver. It works, but just a regular cheap little screwdriver. Or I use a punch, a long punch. Use two of those, put it in the holes for where the bolt and the stud come through. Put it in there, pry it open, and that way you can paint it. And then once you paint it, let it dry, and you can put it on. We have I mean, just because I'm jabbering around, I mean, we're at 15 minutes now. It's a 25 minute job in the driveway. And your biggest part is you're going to be messing with the adjustment. If you set it and you get it about close, then you're good. We didn't have any issues. And, like I turn that light off. This door shuts. Everything's lined up where it's supposed to. It doesn't pop or bang when you open it. And this door, I'm pushing it to try to get it to close, and it doesn't. Like, you have to force it in now, which is how you're supposed to. So that's a thing. It's a good thing. But I'm gonna leave it there. If this helped you out, hey, like, subscribe, comment. We got some other stuff that we're gonna be starting to work on. We did end up selling the truck. So I know I said I was gonna give an update video on the truck. The truck did get sold, just because we want to work on other things. We've kind of, Lexus moved over to the side. We've still fighting the clutch issue. I got to figure that out. I'm probably just gonna order a new clutch, throw out bearing and all that stuff, and put it in myself, so that way I know it's fresh and brand new. But we have a new contender for a little drift car. So runs, drives, salvage title. It's got some work that needs to be done. Battery is too big for it, so that's why the hood doesn't shut. It's got some damage right here on the front bumper. Picked up these wheels for it for a couple $100, and I knew that the wheel was cracked. It holds air for about 2 days before it goes flat, so we'll have to get either a new set of wheels or get it figured out. We got to get the trim piece up here. Everything inside the car, though, is not that bad. We took door panels out because we're not going to run door panels in the car. And it's 4.6 2-valve Mustang GT, manual transmission. It's pretty much all stock, minus it's got a short throw shifter. So be on the lookout for some videos coming up. We'll be doing the Scatoti angle kit, BC coilovers, hydro brake, hydro handbrake. So we'll do full video install on all that stuff. And we'll get this car up and running, and we're gonna put the kids in it, and we're just gonna, it's a family car to go slide around and just have a good time with. This thing, I think we might move away from using it as a drift car, just because we put a lot of time into this car. It may not look like it now, but the car itself has got good bones. It just needs more love. And honestly, my wife's had this car for so long, and the only thing I can really think to do is we turn it back into her show car and get it how she wants it. So we may end up scratching the idea of using it as a drift car because it's too good of a car to use in that way. Quarter panels are perfect, doors are great, besides the trim that come off on the sides. Motors, A1, transmission supposedly good. Nah, I'm not really sure about that. Sunroof car, factory manual. It's got the black and suede interior, full interior, nothing's missing on it. I made sure to replace all of it, give her all good parts in there. So this may end up, going into like a show car status. We'll keep y'all updated on that, but be on the lookout for the old Mustang. Slang Stang is coming in, and it's gonna be a thing. Old Dango Rango, hey, it's still holding up. We tried to do the plasti wrap, like spray on vinyl. It held up for a little bit, but kids and us ourselves, we nick it, and when you do, it tears it off. So we just pulled it off the base down here, and then the top, I really wasn't liking how it turned out, so we ended up pulling that off. We got a little bit of chrome on here, and honestly, It's not bad. For the most part, everything's blacked out, murdered out, and the way we like it. The wheels are good. Changed out lug nuts and went with actual black lug nuts. They're not painted. You know, we just kind of been enjoying it. So I mean, it is what it is. It's still got some work to do. We've got, you know, headlights and front bumper and hood and all that stuff. And we had to replace the horns, so we went with these bigger red housing horns, and they're actually really freaking loud.
Very loud.
So, yeah, I mean, us being in the house and we remote start, we can hear it back in our bedroom. So pretty cool. I mean, it's not like we necessarily use them or need them, but if we need them, we got them. Other than that, yeah, I mean, we're still going to keep trying to make videos when we can. We got some stuff freed up and cleared up, so hopefully, you know, we'll get some more updates here soon. And we'll keep y'all posted on when we do the front end conversion. We'll do a step-by-step on it. And then like I said, we'll start doing the video when we order the angle kit for the slang stang. And when we start doing the old Jack the Ripper, you know, we'll keep y'all updated on that. And then, hey, we got the race camera here. You know, she goes so fast, she even loses her badges. You know, can't even keep the paint on this thing. Did a little dash pad on it because it's got a sticky dash on it. So it's just little things here and there. You know, we don't do too much, but we do what we can when we can. And, you know, today's one of those days. Oh, I will say, we ordered a new power steering pump for the Durango because it started making noise and it was getting hard to turn. So ordered the pump, but the issue is the pump did not come with a pulley. So had to put a pulley on it, or had to get a pulley ordered. So when the pulley comes in, then we'll get it installed. I'll do a install video on that, pulling that power steering pump, clearing everything out, and then putting the new pump in, putting all the fluid in it, and you know, yeah, we'll go from there. But for now, I'm gonna get off here. Like I said, if you like the videos, you know, shoot me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. Still trying to learn. Today I'm shooting all this video off of my phone because GoPro was dead. So, you know, I don't have the best software on it, so it may be just a quick, just upload it and get it out there. No editing. Hey, like I said, I give y'all raw footage. I try not to edit none of the videos. I give you what I got, when I got it, and you know, hey, we kind of go from there. And y'all haven't seen this in a while, but there's old man. He's getting big, growing like a weed. He got upsetty spaghetti because he's been inside. He was down for a nap. But, you know, he's growing, so we're thriving. You know, we're doing what we can when we can. Like I said, kids and all that, you know, it is what it is. But we'll keep y'all updated. And sorry it took so long to get back on videos, but you know, with life, it is what it is. Y'all take care. Y'all enjoy. See y'all later.